A lot of people watched it, but nobody's watching day to day, all day, unless you're me and just love this stuff. Procedures are okay, but we want to know, where do you stand? And so I think the more that politicians stop trying to be politicians and be people, then that will engage voters. We reject alternative facts, so come on in here and let me educate you on the facts. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Daily Political Briefing. It's me, your host, Quentin R. Giles. But if we're going to be friends, then you know you have to call me Q. Excuse me, got a little, okay, had to breathe real quick. Thank y'all so much for being here. Welcome. How you doing? How are you doing on this Monday night, the first Monday of Daylight Savings? I don't know about you, but I am not pleased. It's upsetting me and my homegirls because we feel like we should have been able to keep our hour, because I have been tired all day. And I'm like, why am I tired? Like, bruh, give me my hour back. Give me my hour back. Stop coming in here and touching stuff. Just stop touching stuff. When we fall back, because there's potential talks of Congress enacting legislation to get rid of daylight savings time. Marco Rubio is like one of the people leading it. Okay, well, don't get rid of it right now in this. Let us fall back, then get rid of it. Okay, let us fall back first, then get rid of it. Please, y'all building. Y'all seen them news reports of them building hotels in space? All we want is our hour back. All we want is the hour back. We don't need space hotels. Just give us the hour back in healthcare. That's it. That's literally all we're asking for. Anyway, guys, enough of my daylight savings rant. Thank you all so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being engaged. Remember, here we only have one rule: dissent, not disrespect. So we encourage you to engage with each other, urge you to agree or disagree, however you feel, but we don't do disrespect. What's disrespect? Sexually inappropriate comments, comments inciting or glorifying violence, comments, cuss words, cussing at folk, calling people out of their name. And now propaganda is added to the list, because you're not going to insult our intelligence when we got the facts. Now feel how you want to feel, but on the facts, not on this wild conspiracy. No. We're not insulting nobody intelligence like that, okay? None of those things will be happening. Those things will get you blocked by me. Now, for you participating in the comments, if you see something that doesn't fall in those lines, but it's triggering for you, or you don't like that someone has a different political ideology, because some people do come in here and, assert their political ideology that I think is quite different from the majority of us in here. If that triggers you, you can block them on your own. I'm not going to block them just because they have a difference of opinion. But if you don't want to see it, you can block them. Those three little dots, just hover over their name, especially if you're streaming on YouTube, and you could just click the block button, baby. That's it. Just click the block button, and that be that. And period. Now, I see some activity going on in the comments. Now, what had happened? What happened? Why are we saying condolences and sorry? Can somebody update me really quickly? Because I saw y'all at the corner of my eye. Y'all were going. What happened? Who are we saying condolences to? Yes. Hey, Tammy Thurston, definitely be safe. And I want to make sure I see condolences to Tracy. Oh, Tracy's uncle passed. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, absolutely. Condolences, Tracy. I'm sorry to hear that. Glad you're here. Thank you for being here in such a trying time, but definitely sorry to hear that. Okay, Tracy. Was it, do you mind sharing with us in the comments how he passed? If not, it's none of our business if you don't want to share it, but definitely condolences to you. So yeah, while I see, hey, Shannon Collins, I see you popped up in there. I see you, Sierra Radcliffe, Ivory, Jay Single. I see you all, Kamitria, Karen Longlegs, Amanda Ford. I see all y'all. Hey. Is it Calvel Smith? I see you. Come on up in here. Hello, everyone. Hello. Let me go ahead and drop the banner, just so if you'd like to support, you can do that there. Also, guys, we always got to advertise Goldie Gummy. Now, baby, they're doing 10% plus free shipping. 10% plus free shipping. So go ahead and get your Goldie Gummies. I don't know how long the free shipping gonna last. Let me drop the link right there. Go ahead and get your Goalie gummies. Your ashwagandha. Oh wait, that's not the right one. Your ashwagandha to help you relax and restore and unwind, and your apple cider vinegar gummies, baby. The apple cider vinegar replacement. Definitely get that 10% off plus free shipping. Get it while supplies last. Get it right now while the supplies last. Okay, guys, I'm drinking out of my jug. My friend talks about me for drinking. Anybody else, before I get into the news, anybody else drink their water out the gallon? My friend talks about me for doing that. He be like, you don't like cups? I'm like, no, this is just how I make sure I get a gallon. Like, I opened this early today. This is how I make sure I get my gallon for the day. Just leave it in the gallon. Brittany C says, I don't like to miss a good deal. Baby, you better get them Goalie gummies, 10% plus shipping. 10% plus shipping. Go ahead and drop that right there real quick. Plus shipping. Now, did I see Tammy Thurston say something about tornado sirens? Is that what I read? Hold on, I moved on too quick. It's coming back in my mind. Tammy, did you say something about some sirens? Correct, Jessica Hernandez. Cups mean dishes. Cups mean dishes. Okay, this simple. I can carry this with me everywhere. So we are about to get into the live show. Shout out to you, Courtney. This is your live show here. Well, welcome everybody. Welcome, Courtney. This is Courtney So Official. This is Courtney's first time here. Comments, go ahead and flood them. Show them how we do things here. Okay. Let's see here. Tracy Jones. Oh wow. First off, thank you for the super comment. But we found him dead in his bathroom. We think he had a heart attack. This is in relation to Tracy talking about her uncle passing. I'm so sorry to hear that. And to find him in such a state, that definitely has to be horrible. I'm sorry about that. So it's definitely gonna be praying for you and your family. And that ain't lip service. I'll definitely be praying for you and your family. So man, that's tough. That's tough. Let's get into the news, people. So today we're going to be talking about Derek Chauvin or Chauvin. I'm really not trying to be funny with saying his name. I don't know if you pronounce it Chauvin or Chauvin, but we're going to be talking about Derek Chauvin, the cop that is on trial for the murder of George Floyd. So the things that happened today, his defense attorney has come out and said that they want basically a pause in the case. And I want y'all to be very interactive and let me know what you all are thinking. But wants a pause in the case because like we talked about last week, the City Council of Minneapolis approved that $27 million settlement to the family. What the defense attorney is saying is that basically could taint the jury pool because they could draw from that's an admission of guilt. The city is saying that the officer is guilty, so that they should vote guilty when it comes time down to vote on his innocence or guilt. So the defense is asking for a continuance, a pause in this whole moment to kind of let some stuff, blow over, or in the very least, recall in the 7 of the 9 jurors to question them to see if they can be impartial in this time of going through the trial, knowing that the city has agreed to pay out $27 million. Now, I'm kind of like, here's my stance on it. Although I already have my feelings on George Floyd, like, I saw you murder that man. You absolutely murdered that man, and you absolutely should pay for that. In this court of law, right? In this court of law, we do need impartial jurors. Oh, thank you so much, Courtney. First time here and giving super stickers. We love to see it. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. I didn't even say this. Guys, if you want to give super stickers or super comments, go ahead and do that. I'll pull them up on the screen and we'll kind of chit and chat about them if you have comments or anything to say. Thank you so much. Sierra Radcliffe, thank you so much as well. Oh, Sierra, I got to talk to you. So I think I found the dog that I want. So we got to talk. We'll talk over on the Patreon. I'll send y'all a picture. Shout out to all my Patreon people. I'll send you a picture of the dog I'm thinking about, and we'll talk. We'll talk. If you want to join the Patreon, here's a shameless plug right here. There's the link. You can do that as well. A little behind the scenes access, all that good jazz. So, but again, looking from a non-biased state, looking from a defense attorney's point of view, right? Their job is to get their client off. Them asking for that, there is legitimate ground to stand on that, because juries could draw from that there is a presumption of guilt when in our court system, if you will, in our court system, if you will, everybody is presumed innocent until guilty. Now that's what they say. We already know. I ain't got to go through all that. We already say so. That's with that. Okay. So there is a leg to stand on that. My question was, why did the city council approve it when they did? George Floyd was murdered last year. And they could have held this vote at any time. Why did they do this? I'm glad they did do it, right? Two things can be true at once. I'm glad they did do it, right? Willing to bet it's going to be an ankle biter. Well, I guess you just going to have to see. Don't do my future dog. Don't do my future pup. They're going to be right here on the Daily Show too. I'm going to be right here. Hold it. Thank you for the super comment. They could have held this vote at any point. It was unanimous 13-0. So it to me, looking at this, I think that although we shouldn't have to, but at large, there should be some strategy to these things as well. And so if you had the power to approve this at any point, why didn't you do this way before? Or why not wait until after? Why in the middle of the jury selection? Do you think that, Derek Chauvin is going to get off, so you felt like you might as well do it now? I don't know. I wasn't in the room decision making, so I can only give you a view from the outside looking in. But I will say doing that at that time does give the defense attorney a leg to stay on in arguing or asking for this continuance, from changing the venue out of Minneapolis, to asking to recall those 7 jurors that had already been seated. 2 jurors were seated today, but the 7 jurors, they may strike some of them, and even asking for the jurors to be sequestered. I think those are all implications of that. Again, I'm not saying that them approving it was bad, but the timing timing is everything, right? So I would love to know what you all think about the situation. Do you think that timing or not, they did what they did and that's when they should have done it? Or do you think that they should have waited? Do you think if they could do it at any time, they should have done it earlier? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. I'm going to bring Tammy Thurston's comment up here. Thank you so much for the super sticker, Tammy. Oh, yes, two tornado touchdown within 10 miles of my house. Fun started at 4:40 p.m. We should be good for the rest of the night. It made work interesting. Ooh, Chile. Tammy Thurston, not the tornadoes. Not in Missouri. My goodness. I'm glad you're okay, though. I'm glad y'all okay. You got lights and power and clearly internet because you're down here on the stream. Glad you're okay. Let's see here. Let's see. Courtney says, who's new here, they need to start all over. These jurors have way too many connections to law enforcement agents for this to be unbiased. Now, where are you getting that? Because I had not heard that. You got to give us sources with that, Courtney. We like sources. So you're going to have to drop links to where you got that from so we can read that article about their connections. Let's see here. Jay Single says the timing is way off. I don't know when a good time would be. Let's see. And I don't have a basement, just a crawl space. I'm not a fan of the crawl space. Ooh, Tammy, move to Texas. Come on down here to Texas. Come on down here. We had a little hurricane, but we be all right. We don't have it like that. Little hurricane, just a little water. It ain't that bad. Just a little water. Let's see. Amanda Ford said a life taken is just that, a life taken. No money will bring him back or covers the murder of a man. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see how this plays out. I'm definitely going to be looking to see what the judge does. I think it's interesting that the judge made a comment that he thinks that he didn't think that it was malicious from the city council, but he does think that the timing was unfortunate and also wish that they would stop talking about the case. So yeah, I would say me too. I kind of want a lot of communication from people in positions of power to kind of let the case speak, let the case do the case, right? and go from there. Courtney said, that freeze we had last week was a oops. That was a glitch in the whole matrix. You know we don't get stuff like that down here. We don't get freeze down here. Everybody was shocked. That don't mean ERCOT shouldn't have been up to date, but everybody was shocked. Let's see. Karen Longlet says, yes, I have listened to I listened to the questions the attorneys were asking, and they were verifying that these jurors have relationships with police officers. Okay, so you were listening to them, questioning them. Okay, Karen. But do you think that that's a bad thing? I mean, could one, just because one had, and I'm just asking questions right now. I'm not saying one way or the other. I'm just asking questions. Do you think that just because they have connections to law enforcement that they would rule in Derek Chauvin's side? Because one could make an argument that, yeah, I have connections to law enforcement and I totally view that as, what's the term? An abuse of force or overuse of force. I'm just giving the other side. Amanda said, yes, let the case happen. Let the case happen. Yeah. So, yeah, I think it depends as well, Karen. I think it depends on what, where they fall on this whole, I have police ties, right? Because there's the spectrum. So it depends on where they fall. But I'm just interested to see how the judge is going to play that out. In other news, Deb Haaland was confirmed today as our country's first Indigenous person to occupy the position of Interior Secretary. Now, Interior Secretary is responsible for basically like managing federal lands and natural resources and all of that other stuff. And I think it is iconic, if you will, that is the person to sit in that position. I think it is shameful and sad that she is the first Indigenous person, first Indigenous woman to hold that position, seeing as how Indigenous means they was already here. You know what I'm saying? That part is shameful. And I made a TikTok earlier. I was like, I'm kind of tired of like the first, like, oh my gosh, the first Black person. And we celebrated stuff. It's getting old. It's 2021. Not that I'm saying I don't want Black people or Indigenous people or disenfranchised people in positions of power, but it's just like, bruh, we still talking about the first. Why are we not, I guess not integrated is not the great word, but why are we not choosing people based on qualifications from a multi-ethnic background, because we are a multi-ethnic nation? I don't know. It just be a little annoying. Like, I'd be excited and then I'd just be like, bruh, this still the first. It's 2021. I'm annoyed by this. I'm annoyed by these things. But Deb Haaland was confirmed today. Shout out to her. Still waiting to see what Merrick Garland is going to do. Merrick Garland has been on the job as Attorney General for a week now. So we'll see what he's going to be doing. He already told us he's going to be getting them capital insurrectionists. In other capital insurrectionist news, we're learning by prosecutors in these cases that some of them, particularly a man from Texas, I guess they got some encrypted communications, basically told them that he created a securities company, if you will, to get access to police grade weaponry, just in case they have to take back their country. So I feel like we need to be doing the full vetting. It's clear that people are starting businesses to be able to carry out acts of violence. It's clear that people are infiltrating the military and police forces to get that tactical and police training, and to even just have the prestige of the badge or the authority, let's say the authority of the badge to commit violence. Heinous acts. I mean, look at the Derek Chauvin trial. Not saying that he did that for that, but clearly the power went to his head in that situation. And if you don't see that, I don't know what else you would possibly be seeing, the depraved mentality for another's life. But clearly there needs to be a full-scale vetting from top to bottom, sheriff's offices, police troll, Metro Police. Everybody with a position of power, clearly from top on down, we need to do a complete overhaul. We need to comb through social media. We need to be combing through files. We need to do background checks, research on all these people, ensure that people can't just jump county lines and go from department to department, because it's clear that it is highly integrated into our police and protective infrastructure, if you will. So I thought that was very interesting. And I say interesting in the fact that it's just exposing it more and more. And so I am really hoping, we're already seeing movement from the military doing the deep dive and combing in people's backgrounds, which, they should have been doing it. But okay, we're here now. Lloyd Austin, come on, let's get on it. Doing that now. We need police. Nobody is safe if we have these types of people there. I don't care if you black, brown, white. Nobody is safe, because who's to say they're not going to turn their power? Right now, they targeting black folks. But who's to say white allies? Who's to say Hispanics? Who's to say indigenous? Who's to say they won't turn their eyesight on you for whatever reason because of that day? So I think a complete overhaul, a complete deep dive, it needs to be a mandate from federal, state to local, to look through these people's backgrounds, to look and see if they have a racist ideology, if they have a propensity to commit violence against people, period. I mean, period, when they're supposed to be protecting and serving in all of those things. So yeah, that's what I think on that. And that's on period. Guys, thank you so much. They like, wait a minute, the show over? Yes, the show is over. The show is over today. I know it was quick, but I have some things to do. Don't forget to get your goalie gummies. Don't forget to get your goalie gummies. We love to see those things. I'm going to get this super comment before I go. I'm going to drop the link as well. Get your goalie gummies right there. Oh, I didn't even give you the promo. You need to use my promo QR Giles to get your 10% off of the goalie gummies and the free shipping. Here's the promo QR Giles right there. Carol J, people who want to be police officers should be required to study law. If you want to enforce it, you should know it. Oh, I like that. I definitely like that. I like that. Yeah. I like that. So thank you, Carol J. Guys, definitely get your goalie gummies. I'm going to hop out of here. We'll see what happens tomorrow. We will see what happens tomorrow. Oh, wait, before I go, y'all got y'all stimmies? Anybody got their stimmy check yet? I didn't get mine. I haven't gotten mine. Real quick before we go, good night. I see y'all all there. I didn't get my stimmy. Anybody got their stimmy? I heard people start getting stimmies on the weekend, and I had not gotten a stimmy. Joanne says she got hers. Sierra didn't get hers. Courtney didn't get his. Calvell didn't get it. No. Eagle say it's pending. Oh, Tammy says she got her stimmy Saturday. Who y'all bank with that got their stimmy already? Got mine today. Who y'all bank with? Wednesday. Yeah, I have not. I have not. I'll get it on the 17th. Mine came yesterday. I was supposed to get it Thursday, but God, it was there this morning. Okay, yeah, I had not gotten mine. I was just wondering where we was at on that, where we was at, because come on. Baby, make you want to have churn real quick though. Make you want to have churn. Churn's gonna get checks and tax credits. Make you want to have a couple churn real quick. Just boop, pop them out. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for rocking with me. We will be back tomorrow. If Jesus says the same, I'll be right here talking about the news, unpacking the day's events. Tomorrow might be a little bit of a quick show too, because I have something to do tomorrow too. But you can rest assured the following week or the remainder of the week, I don't have these other engagements that kind of coincide with what we do here, what we share here. So thank you all so very much for rocking with me again. This has been the Daily Political Briefing with me, your host, Quentin R. Giles. But at this point, we're friends, so you got to call me Q. Have a good night. A lot of people watched it, but nobody's watching day to day, all day, unless you're me and just love this stuff. Procedures are okay, but we want to know, where do you stand? And so I think the more that politicians stop trying to be politicians and be people, then that will engage voters. We reject alternative facts, so come on in here and let me educate you on the facts.